Hi everyone, this video is on factorizing quadratic expressions. Now a quadratic expression is an expression in this form, ax squared plus bx plus c, or it could be in this form, ax squared plus bx. So you could have a quadratic expression like 6x squared plus 4x. If you were to factorize this quadratic expression, you would do normal factorization. So you would look at the highest common factor of the numbers, so which is the largest times table in which the numbers 6 and 4 come in, that is the number 2, and the highest common factor of the letters would be 2, just x. And what do you multiply 2x to get 6x squared? 3x. What do you multiply 2x to give you 4x? Just 2. Okay, there is no c over here, so that's how you would factorize this kind of expression. But if you have a plus or minus c here, then there's a different way of factorizing such a quadratic expression. So if I change the quadratic expression to, for example, 6x squared minus x minus 15. Right, before I start factorizing this, I'm going to rub this one out. Don't need you anymore. You can go away. Goodbye. There, need space. Okay, so this is a quadratic expression in the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, which is the coefficient of x squared, is 6, b, the coefficient of x, is minus 1, and c, well, if you were to draw a graph for this, that would be the y-intercept, is minus 15. So in order to factorize such a quadratic expression where the value of c is not 0, and remember, c would be either a positive or negative number, but it won't be 0. That's when we use this kind of factorization. What we're going to do is take our a value and multiply it by our c value. So we're going to do 6 times minus 15, which is going to be minus 90. Okay, and in brackets I am going to put a multiplication sign for this number. So I need two numbers that multiply to give me minus 90, and those same two numbers will add to give me the value of b, which is minus 1. In brackets I'm going to put a plus sign. Okay, so I need to now find two numbers that multiply to give me minus 90, and at the same time those two numbers add to give me minus 1. So the numbers I'm going to look at minus 10, add 9. So minus 10 plus 9 will be minus 1. Minus 10 times 9 is minus 90. Alright, so in order to factorize now, I will rewrite, let me factorize it all in yellow from here. So I will rewrite my expression, 6x squared minus x minus 15. I'm going to split the middle one, minus x, into these two numbers. So it will become 6x squared in any order, it won't really make a difference, minus 10x plus 9x minus 15. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to underline this bit, and I'm going to underline this bit, and I'm going to factorize them like they were two separate expressions. So here the highest common factor of 6 and minus 10 is 2, and the letters is x, so I'll have 2x in brackets 3x minus 5. Okay, and here I'm going to factorize this expression, this part of the expression, separately. So 9 and minus 15, sorry, the highest common factor is 3. In brackets I'm going to have 3x minus 5. Okay, run out of space again. So what I'm going to do is draw a line here and continue. Wonky line. Thank you. There we go. So I will rewrite the last step. So I have 2x brackets 3x minus 5 plus 3 brackets 3x minus 5. Now we can see that this bracket is exactly the same as this bracket. That's an indication that we may have factorized correctly. I'm going to factorize the entire expression this time, and both expressions have 3x minus 5 common, so that's my highest common factor. And the second bracket will be 2x plus 3. And that's my final answer, factorized form. 2x plus 3 times 3x minus 5, or 3x minus 5 times 2x plus 3. I'll go through one more example. So this time I will have slightly simpler one. Possibly could have started with a simpler one, but started with a harder one this time. Just rub all of this off. Don't need you anymore. You can go away. And almost done. There we go. Okay, so this time I'm going to have a slightly simpler expression. It's x squared plus 4x minus 12. Again, we have a c value which is not 0, so we can use this method. A coefficient for x squared, which is our a value, is 1. The coefficient for x, which is our b value, is 4, and c value is minus 12. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is a times c, which is 1 times minus 12, which is minus 12. So I need two numbers that multiply to give me minus 12, and those same numbers will add to give me a b value, which is 4. Now the way I find this number is I look at the factors of 12 and the factors of 12 where I would get a gap of 4. So 1 and 12, you don't get a gap of 4. 2 and 6, there's a gap of 4. So I need to make the numbers multiply to give me a positive number. So I can say, sorry, multiply to give me a negative number, but add to give me a positive number. So there's 6 and minus 2. So 6 plus minus 2 is 4, and 6 times minus 2 is minus 12. So I can rewrite I'll have to rewrite my initial expression, x squared plus 4x minus 12. Split the 4x into the 6 and minus 2, so that'll be x squared plus 6x minus 2x. This can be done in any order, so I can write minus 2x plus 6x. Then I factorize these two, and these two. So here the highest common factor of the numbers are 1 and of the letters is x. So x times x plus 6, and when I factorize these two, the highest common factor is going to be minus 2. The reason I chose minus 2 is I want both the brackets to be the same. If I choose 2, the brackets will be minus x minus 6, which is not what I want. I want x plus 6. Alright, okay, and then I can see both my brackets are the same, so I'm gonna factorize the entire expression, the whole thing, absolute whole thing. So when I say the whole thing, I mean the whole thing, right? So highest common factor is going to be x plus 6, which is basically from these two brackets. That's the highest common factor, and the second bracket will be x minus 2, and I'm getting the x, one second, I'm getting the x from here, in this x is coming from here, and the minus 2 is coming from here. Now if I expand this, I will get back to this. Okay, this is a long video. I hope you're able to watch it and learn from it. If there are any questions or you need more examples on factorizing quadratic expressions, I'm more than happy to give you more examples. All the best. Take care now. Goodbye.